Hello, welcome back. Come back again. New Year episode.
What's up, guys?
How you feeling?
Feeling gearing up for the new year. It's been a slow start, unfortunately. I got sick last week. Was sick most of the week, and it just could not stop blowing my nose. It was just a head cold, but I mean, we're back on track now. So trying to get
Yeah, I
back
think
into
it's been
training.
all right.
It has. Yeah, there's a lot of people that worked at it.
Yeah, but like I know my sister's son had it, but like a lot of people were having it like a work too. And like my wife, she had it. She got the cold, but I think she had a cold was because she was just throwing herself down. Like she gets too excited for Christmas. She like Christmas shopping, and when she goes Christmas shopping, she asks everybody else that they want something, and she gets a big list of errands like a freaking elf from Santa that she overworks herself. And she used
Yeah,
to be doing that previous years, but now she's doing the little one. So she has to
right,
time feeding and stuff like that, diaper, and they have to keep the little one, make sure she's not fussy, she go nap time, things like that. So it can get like overwhelming.
right.
And I work weekends too, so it's not I can go with her
Mm-hmm.
shopping. So I think he just like brought herself to the ground. Like Christmas Eve, she had no voice that night. It was
That
just
sucks.
yeah. So she had it since then, and then my daughter she got it last week. This Tuesday, New Year's Eve. Now she started like running nose stuff like that,
Yeah,
and it's just that thing. But we been stay on top of it, just suction her nose so that way it doesn't like drain to her ears or like throwing like well and then go to her chest. Oh, also last Wednesday she was running a fever. Like so
yeah,
that's one that I worry also. Like we just keep but we have like do like rotating Tylenol and Motrin, like to take care of the fever for like 24 hours. Still take care of that, but that thing, that junk, like a lot of people having that. Is it like a sinus infection?
right.
Which just take like, is that what you had?
I had yeah, I mean, maybe a minor one. It really wasn't too bad as far as the sinuses. I did start out with a fever, but then it just moved to like head cold. Um, yeah, I think I had a minor sinus infection. My girlfriend got it a lot worse than I did, but
What does she have?
definitely she had a sinus infection. Like,
Yeah, like that thing is bad. Like, I remember Kevin. Remember from the gym, Purple Belt Kevin.
yeah,
His grandkids they had it. They had a flu.
mm-hmm.
They have brain infection.
I saw that.
It's like,
That's
oh my
crazy.
god.
I didn't know that could happen.
Yeah, some people I heard that people get it from like bacterial pneumonia
Yeah.
from the virus, but as far as like a brain infection, unless they had like a brain fluid or something like that. I'm not sure. Like I'm not a doctor, but like that's scary.
That is.
So that's stuff like they put you on a vent for because
Right.
you're not responsive. That's what happens. It is scary, especially they're
Yeah.
like 18 months. That's how they are.
My goodness. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
scary.
It's a delicate stage.
Yeah, man. Luckily, like the last ball, like hearts go out to them, man. But it's tough. But this year, as far as like a new year, new goals, what is the strategy they have as far as like your game in jiu-jitsu for this year?
To be honest, I'm working on that part. I haven't come up. So at the very beginning of the year, I was thinking, I'd like to try to compete more, but I think at this point, probably the best strategy is just get like a target number of competitions I want to do. Maybe one every so many months, something like that, and then target that. Because I don't know, I feel like between work and everything else going on, I mean, there's other things I'd like to learn as well. Like I'd like to learn more about programming. I'd like to learn more about finances. So it's kind of, I feel like I got a lot of directions I'm trying to go. So it's harder to focus on jiu-jitsu.
I'm thinking about the same thing. I think we should get with this guy, not Jack Frost, his competitor,
Jack Frost.
Reynolds.
Okay, yeah.
You go with Jack Frost.
Yeah, I know that. Wow, that's rough.
But he was getting his PhD while he was like getting his black belt.
Mm-hmm.
So like somebody that had like certain experience of prioritizing training while like studying for a PhD and at the same time working. and somebody will be like him.
Yeah.
And like, because you see how much he competes.
Right. Yeah.
He has a lot of competition. I like, that's probably somebody we should reach out to for that. Because like, I don't know for you, I'm not studying right now, anything right now. I have my family, I just work, days right here, podcast. I also volunteer during the rest season. I volunteer for the high school locally.
Okay.
So usually I like to, if I'm going to compete, do it like quarterly. So be able to like get better or something.
Mm-hmm.
So for at the beginning of the year, just going back to the basics. 2 months, would like to get better at guard retention in attacks from inside the guard.
Okay.
And also from standing, get better at timing of him fighting and getting to one takedown. A specific, like certain like takedown. I want to give it if it's a single leg, double leg, or snap downs. Like just think about this, breaking it down.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the year, I did open man on Sunday. Basically, was just flow roll. It wasn't like much I was like doing as far as like high resistance.
Yeah.
And some of the people there that were new, so didn't go with many of them because they were new. Like went like one round with the one, and then I was able to like get a submission. So it's not much I was able to learn from there. Other than just repetitive stuff. I was able to go Matt Walker on Sunday. That's also like right. That's what I was doing flow roll with him, trying to get myself in bad positions, try to get out of those positions. Which is something that also worked year round, anyways.
Yeah.
Well, as far as high resistance stuff, is just guard like going to work on my guard retention and specific. And this is a good time of the year if you want to break it down to guard retention. Is there a specific guard that you have not used before? For example, is it a De La Hiva? Is it a spider guard? Is it a K guard? Split guard? Climb guard? Any of those that you haven't done before that you want to get better at within those 8 weeks? You're gonna break it down on those positions of that guard and attacks from that guard. So just try to keep it simple right now.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense.
Yesterday we had competition. I had many rounds because they were preparing the competitors for this weekend. I was only able to have a warm-up round with somebody and was able to, last round was going against somebody, Mushu. You remember Mushu?
Yeah.
Okay, against him. Basically was getting takedowns, getting side control, or I was not able to get mounts or back takes or attacks. I was able, he just put me back into his guard and he just got away from there because he didn't want to be on bottom.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was able to like work on like guard passes or something like that, or try to improve positions. It was just because he was competition oriented. So I was just focusing on the points at the time, getting better at those takedowns, getting takedown because he gets a multi-plump. I'm not sure you have gone against other people that get like a double color tie and they just blocking you.
Not a lot. No, I have before, but not often.
Just control. They want to control your head, and like if you can control your head, like clearing those right there. If you know how to clear those, they can just snap in your head and snap in your head, and from there, just your back is going to wear out. They're just going to blast you from there.
Yeah.
You put yourself in the bad position, getting out of that plumb. Basically, was just working on getting my attacks from there. So, and also something that I learned from my last match, I was going forward too much, not so much backing out, getting my space, because you need certain space for you to change level and attack. If you're too close to somebody with change level, they'll feel it because they feel your head changing level when you go for it. And that's what they're be able to, and then getting the timing. Those, another thing is fakes for shots to change level hard for faking your shot. Initially, they change level, right? And then you come back up into your stance. And the next time you change level and they see that it's a fake, they come up. But they usually come up before you. And that's why you, boom, blast them. Because they it's fake. But the fake's actually a fake. Like, they time out of position and self out of position. Because, for you, like, the difference work, they have to change level at the same time. Right. Change level. and they come up before you. Boom. That's how you.
That's cool. That's interesting. I'll have to try that.
Yeah, because the fake usually it's two type of fake. The fake is initial fake to get them to the shot. Plus the other fakes, boom, and they come out of position, boom, blast them.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get yourself out of position without you having to put your hands on them.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely. It's one thing I really haven't played with at all is fakes. I mean, yeah, I haven't played with a whole lot of stand-up in general, but definitely the setup for the shot is super important because a shot just from a long distance or even from like relatively close, but just with no setup at all, doesn't hit very often, it seems like.
Yeah. And like in Jiu-Jitsu, a lot of them, they keep their legs back or like it's hard to get those legs. So you have to go around, flank them, flanking the enemy. Try to go boom, like snap. You just always remember their legs are back. They're most of the way, if you pull it on their head, snap them down, step, and also know you snap down, step back, and snap down at the same time. Because you want to snap down and away from their legs. Because that's a feel of balance. So next time they will feel balance, they're going to step forward. And I would step forward. That's what the like that you want.
Okay. Yeah.
The number one takedown in college right now, snap down, go behind. Snap down, go behind.
Really?
Yeah, because they get the legs so back, and you're able to like snap down, put a lot of weight on their hands, and you just go behind, secure your points for your takedown. Because the legs is different leg attacks, different, and also it's dog fight sometimes, wizard, etc. All the like the hand fighting and the three line of defense that you have to beat in order for you to get the legs, head, hands, hips, all three of them. Or if you're able to get their head, smack them into the mat, you don't have to go through those line of defense.
Yeah, right. No, that does make sense. Yeah, if their hands are focused on the task of holding them up.
Yeah. Another thing that our coaches used to tell, bounce the head of the man when you snap down. Especially you have like a guillotine pole, you bounce the head of the mat, they want to let go of the hand and put the hands on the mat because they don't like bouncing the head of the mat. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, hold on, let me get some composure. They
Interesting.
call it walking the dog. That's how they used to call it. Boom, just slamming. All right, man, hold on, let me get
Think about your face, buddy.
yeah. So that's like they don't like it much. If you're able to like,
no, that. I was thinking you were saying that as like a figure of speech, but now for real.
yeah, bounce the head of the mat. They're like, man, getting dizzy. It's not of the show. And that's another position is head in the hole. I don't know you heard that. Head in the hole whenever you go for a front headlock.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like we usually get kind of like the head and arm, kind of like guillotine, but it's just a front headlock. So you're not really locking in. You're controlling head arm. Just put your head behind his tricep, between his tricep and his leg. So and then you just tying it up as you walking that way, and you just reach for the leg, and you have the option. You can fold them and get them to their side, or you can just let go of the head and just climb on the back.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm quite following that position. Is that
for the front headlock? Front headlock. So you go to the side that you have the arm. You didn't have plug them, right? You put your head behind the tricep there and circle that way.
Okay.
So that way they're not able to like pull the arm back because your head's right there. And then from there you can just keep walking and then just pulling the head because they're misaligned. In order for it to like be able to get up, they have to be head and their spine have to be like straight. But you keep walking that way, they cannot defend it, and the hair's facing that way. If you like, once you reach for the leg, you can let go of the head and just go over the leg and just control the legs from there.
Yeah,
because that's what you want anyways. You want to get the leg for your attacks.
Right. That makes sense.
But if they just stay there and they don't like try to give you the resistance, just grab the head and arm and just put them on their side. Kind of like it's a cradle.
Yeah.
But use your forehead into the rib to fold them like a bow and arrow. Get it to the side because it's hard to get people like there's a guillotine from there, from that cradle. But usually you want to get them to the side first.
Yeah.
On the far side, because you get it to the side, And then from there, just let go of the hand and get your guillotine grip and set him up. You know the position that they call the gulag is a gift wrap?
I feel like, yes, I can't picture it in my head, though.
What's his name does it all the time? Matt Walker. It's a gift wrap.
Mm-hmm.
So he has a gift wrap and brings the arm on this side, on both sides. So he has the gift wrap on this side and the other arm bash the forearm. So you're in a seatbelt position with your own arm, but he's sitting you up. So he's behind you. Instead of sitting you up, catching your back, pushing you forward, he pulls you back. So all the weight on your lower back, all the weight on your lower back as he's holding you there, and you can you can even sit back because he's pulling you up with the seatbelt, or you can now like go forward because he's scooting. It's like a horrible position. But you can do that in the reverse version of with the guillotine because you get up to the side with the cradle. You let go of the leg as you set him up, and you just lock your guillotine, and you just squat down, and then they're on their butt, and you have a guillotine squatting down. So it's hard for it. Like, how do you escape? You sitting down right here, and somebody just right on top of you. It's hard to get out of that. But most of the time, you want to get your back to the mat to defend, like the guillotine. But if you backside right here, it's hard to get out of there.
Right. No, I've been in that one before. That one's brutal.
Yeah, like, it's hard to get out because your butt is on the mat. It's good both back and forth. You don't know which way to go. Yeah, but I like to get in that position from there, from that cradle, for the handle, in the home.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, that's a good like ways to like attack people. They want to keep their legs back, especially in jiu-jitsu. They also do a lot of square stance.
Yeah.
Anybody that's square. I was talking to Mushu yesterday. Right before I went against him, if you have a problem getting to somebody with their head, you want to square on their back. You have 6-minute match. For the first minute, snap on the head, snap on the head, snap on the head. To get it like square on their back, so they put them in bad positions. Eventually, they have to come up because the back is where. And then from there, that's what you get. If just remember, if somebody square stance, it's hard to defend a shot when you're square than when you are in stagger stance.
Yeah.
Well, have you ever seen somebody run with square?
Right.
You have to be 1 foot in front of the other one. It's hard to defend that way.
Mm-hmm. What do you think they tend to do the square stance in jiu-jitsu?
Because they feel more balanced. And their legs are back when they do that.
Mm-hmm.
They back, in their square. Back, and square. How many times you see somebody there in a trying to like get up somebody's guard, they stand up square. Every time. Get up, square. That's why you grab their ankles every time. Because every time they come up, square. Instead of having a stagger stance.
Yeah.
When we the first guard escape get a guard, push on the hips, stagger stance, 1 knee under the butt. That's a basic one. But every time you see somebody try to get out of guard, they get up on their feet, square every time. Don't know why they do that. Feel like maybe because we used to, and physiologically, when we squat with square stance. That might be the reason why. Every time we change level, we're square. As little kids drop something, you see a little kid drop something, they squat all the way down, pick something up, they come right up. It's a habit that's hard to break.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But I mean, just so it feels stable, but is less mobile. Yeah.
Because if you're in the stagger stance, if you go to your left, you just have to move down that foot to the side and go that way. But you square, you have to take a big step to be able to like go to the side.
Right.
And also, if you want to go forward, back leg just step forward, cover more distance. If you want to step back, the front leg just step back. You cover more distance rather than being square. Taking half a step. Taking a full step.
Yeah, no, that's true for sure.
Why would you ignore 50% of your step?
That's one thing I think I'm gonna try to start incorporating. I don't do a lot of like split squats or anything like that, but I've been thinking about it, and I definitely need to incorporate those into some leg days because I feel like that is basically the same movement as the like a wrestling stance. you know,
You know what
or a
really helps?
shot or
Jumping split squats.
cool.
That
Yeah.
will really get you ready real fast because it's your own weight and that's so explosive. You get
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
boom
explosive.
because you're getting used to the same changing level
Mm-hmm.
and you're able to like get that for time because it works your cardiovascular system and also
Yeah.
your muscles that you want to target at the same time because you're balanced.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to. That sounds brutal.
Yeah, our coach used to make us do that like between like rounds, like in practice.
Mm-hmm.
Hated them.
Yeah.
Split jumps. That's a
Now is that so? You're doing your split squat,
yeah,
and
you
then you
just do the
jump
lunge.
from there,
Yeah, it's
or
switch stance.
okay, yeah.
So you lunge down and then you come up, switch stance, and drop down and jump back
Mm-hmm.
again. Boom,
Dang.
boom. Oh man, hated those. Now there's this guy that he does garage strength. I have to send you his information on YouTube, but he does a like a lunge jump box. So he from the stance of the lunging position, the knees of the mat, jump with that one, get the other one off the ground, and jump with one leg on the box. So it's not so much
Hmm.
jumping in front of the box. Actually, it's lateral. So he's on the side of the box, and he just with this leg right here and jump to the box using just one leg. So like that's how you develop that explosion of because when you shoot, you know so much you go forward, you actually go sideways. You're getting used to that position, getting driving with that outside leg
Hmm.
and getting explosive. Because
Yeah.
also not so much jumping, but also landing and coming up with a single leg on top of the box.
Right. Right. Yeah. That sounds terrible, but
Yeah,
worthwhile.
because it's explosive. So you're engaged, jump, explosive, then land,
Mm-hmm.
and then from there just coming back up. Because I know that it's like triple like extension for as far as like that same movement. And just like getting because that's when we shoot, we know so nothing. A lot of people they just do the initial shot and they just stop there or a shot. Just when the people sprawl, they against each other. But if you're able to shoot and then adjust, a lot of people do knees. A lot of like wrestlers nowadays for college wrestling, I see what they do the high crotch and they're too extended. They knee slide, adjust because as your knee slide, you get your hip close to that leg that you're attacking, and then you have to finish the shot. I think you muted. I think you muted your mic.
Ah, there we go.
There you go. What's it?
Yeah, no, you're right. It was muted. So I guess it just gives you that extra distance then. There.
Yeah, because you get sometimes when you shoot a shot, you a little overextended when they sprawl. You feel overextended, but your knee still down. You slide your knee in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You get your hips closer. Kind of like whenever you're in a squat position, you like lean too way forward. You actually adjust your hips under you to get a good position, and then from there driving. Because a lot of the explosive stuff comes from your hips most of the time. If your hips too far away from your center mass that you want to move, it's gonna be harder. But if you're able to adjust it, even that'd be game.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's good. I'll have to incorporate these into my 2025 workout routines.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but it's just like little adjustment, like I was saying, like just making like things that you want to work on, just breaking it down
Mm-hmm.
because that thing applies to strength and conditioning. If you want to get good at certain movement that you want to work on, whether it's cleans, snatches, push press, you want to work yourself up in certain blocks. So 2 weeks, rather 2 months, 2 months. That's like initial, like a beginner, and then like a medial is like the next 2 months, 2 months. So by then it'll be about 8 months now, and then the rest of it just the end of the year finish up with the last 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
So like same thing, you want to break down, kind of like Roger Gracie does, just breaking it down simple instead of like too much movement
Right.
at the beginning. And then, for example, when I was able to get those takedowns, I was able to get inside control last night, but I was able to get a mount. I was able to get the back, like things that you should look for. Then like later on, I know I'll be able to get that side control, and then from there, good for the attacks. Or even during the takedowns, if the legs hanging there, just for the leg lock attack from there.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But it's just putting them together. Just by now, it's not match ready because not ready getting ready for a match. We just trying on new things.
Yeah.
without getting hurt, of course.
Right.
Don't want to go practice flying triangles. Somebody like Matt Walker.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we just try new things in which you want to get better at the
Mhm.
beginning of the year. And don't get frustrated if you like, man, I'm not able to do a Torico Plata of against somebody. So, like, dude, just remember where you are right now, what you're working on, and don't get frustrated because you didn't do something that you didn't plan to do working towards. Stick to the plan that you want to get better at. And if you do something good, that's extra that you didn't plan to do, extra points for there.
Right. Yep. 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 No, that makes sense. I think that, yeah, that seems like a decent way to break it down is, yeah.
Because remember, we practiced in that infinite game.
Right. Yeah. You never master anything completely.
Yeah. And also, it keeps you motivated because you keep learning new things, how to like different positions, different attacks. And even myself, like even for like the stand-up part, I like to see like new things, how like different like wrestlers that do it. Or this guy, I don't know if you see Brandon Reed. He's just won worlds in purple belt heavyweight.
Mm-hmm.
He was a 3-time national champion in Division 3 in wrestling, and then he started doing jiu-jitsu after the pandemic. So I like to see he does like break down the different like takedowns that does apply for jiu-jitsu at the same time, especially for bigger guys. But he's technical at the same time. But also like keeps you motivated because you want to work on certain things. If you're able to like break it down, like learn from different people, like let me try this week, and just try and keep it that way. Just try to like stay in there to like find new ways to and just working better. Because the beginning is gonna look like shit, just to let you know.
Yeah.
Regardless of what it is gonna look like shit. So
Yeah.
just start from there.
Yeah.
But don't get overwhelmed of being able to get something out of like something you were really working towards. So just keep working on it. Doesn't matter if you're white belt, blue belt, black belt, like learning something like so keeps you motivated.
Right. Right. I think having a task or having something that you're looking for going to class, I feel like it even makes it easier to go to class because you're kind of curious going in. You have a purpose.
Yeah.
At least for me.
As it keeps you take task oriented, doesn't feel like because like we said, infinite game. So it's like damn, like I'm able to hit all this move. I try to hit 75 move in this like class. Like, oh, come on, the class is 60 minutes. No, you able to 75 move
Right.
missions during that time. Well, yeah, like it helps like stay task oriented and see something to work towards at the same time.
Yeah.
And don't feel overwhelmed.
Right. I think that's a big part of it.
Also, I think don't feel overwhelmed by tapping out or something. Like, man, they just got you in something.
Yeah.
That's all. Like, it's part of the game. Guess what? Your teammate is actually working on something. He worked against you.
Right.
So if somebody's not tapping you, you're probably going against the wrong people because you want to go as iron sharpens iron.
Yeah. And if you're hitting them with the same move every time and they're not learning, you're also probably going against somebody that you shouldn't be.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You have to like, at least you, also you have to be a good partner. So you have to let them know, hey man, you need to work on this, man. And show them how to get out. But if they don't like, they just keep falling for it, like, hey man, you have to move on. Try something new. Mental game for for jiu-jitsu, like developing grit and resilience. How to handle losses and setback in jiu-jitsu. What are your thoughts on that?
I think the scary and annoying part of developing grit is that there's plenty of methods on how to do it, but there's really only one way to do it, and that's to put yourself in situations that suck and keep going. That's the only way to develop that. There's plenty of techniques that you can use. I like using the sauna, to be honest. Set your goal for, like, last week I had a goal. I was like, I'll do 30 minutes in the sauna. And that last, like, 8 minutes of that, I could hear my heart in my head. And but I don't know. I do like that one because, well, for one thing, if you don't bring headphones or anything, you have nothing to think about but the fact that you're in it. And it is it's brutal, but it's really good.
And David Goggins said the headphones is cheating.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, it's a huge game changer. Like I've done with and without, and it's way easier with. But
That's like it helps you like stay aware.
mhm,
Like being without headphones. I also noticed that whenever like pre-matches, I don't like wearing headphones because like you like be able to get a good sense of the environment.
mhm,
Kind of like inoculate myself in like just being on there because putting headphones it just feels like you're taking yourself out of that place.
yeah,
But like you said, like that sauna session, man, it is brutal. I feel like you're stuck in there. But like the thing you said about grit is just I like to like relate it to like you can expect to cook and be a good cook without getting hot in the kitchen.
mhm.
You have to go through it. You burn your fingers sometimes. You cut your fingers sometimes. Cutting shit. It's part of learning.
Yep, that's the thing. I mean, yeah, that's kind of why I have a lot of respect for the guys that you see that can just keep going because it's like they've put themselves through a lot.
Yeah, and then some of the ones are stupid, like Vinicius Mangaleos, Gap, Craig Jones,
Yeah,
the bones taken out of the sides. Oh my god, been through some shit, man. We don't have to
yeah,
do this, man. You're like, oh yeah, yesterday how somebody in a wrist lock and he wasn't happy. I was like, dude, he's a striking coach. I want to break his wrist. That would be terrible. So I just like to give out like submission, like
yeah,
he's not tapping to it. I don't want to break his wrist, man.
yeah.
He makes a living
Dang,
by coaching striking, and no, that's terrible. No, just like
you can't do that when you got gloves on.
I know, right? But man, like the mental preparation that like it is big. Like you also like that we suffer so much as far as like anticipation, like getting ready for the match, and
Mhm,
then like um we over so many scenarios and things that we go through mental prepare that we usually just beat ourselves so much before our match. Then like when the match comes, like, oh dude, like it's only this is that it? Was that
yeah, yeah,
that was it? It's like a kid getting ready for like a shot that he has to get for like every 6 months.
yeah.
Oh shit.
And then
The
they don't
shit.
even see it when it's happening.
Yeah. Oh, that was it. It's kind of like that. Like mental preparation, you just work yourself. Or you want to work yourself too much, like hard.
Mm.
Like Craig Jones, he's like some warm up and nothing. You just like show up.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't go hard. Don't go hard on rounds. In practice, never do.
I have a hard time believing that. I feel like he's
Yeah,
got to.
yeah. You see, like some of his like rounds where he go with other people, you can tell that he goes hard.
Yeah, yeah,
But he just makes it like he's being like facetious about it.
yeah.
Like for example, like the instruction that he was doing, just stand up.
Hmm.
Like you see how he got up off the guy got side control on him, and he just swam in on the near side. And he just climbed to the bag, and he just like stood up and just tossed the guy onto the mat. Just stood up like for the match.
Yeah.
And some of them, like I've seen when he was going against somebody, he did the same thing, picked up somebody on his shoulder and put him in the trash can upside down in the middle of practice. It's like, oh shit, I gotta go home. How do you finish that
Yeah,
round?
for real.
How do
For
you
real.
finish
You
that
gotta
round?
leave practice early at that point.
You have to be somebody in the trash can in the middle of class. Yeah, just go home, man.
Oh.
But yeah, like mental preparation is good. I don't know if you talked about this before. Randy Couture talking to Rashad Evans before he fought Chuck Liddell.
Hmm.
Rashad Evans, he was like a big fan of Chuck Liddell because the Ultimate Fighter, and he was like, man, I'm gonna fight Chuck Liddell, former heavyweight champion. He was undefeated at the time, and he was like, man, I'm nervous. And then that same part, I think Randy Couture had a fight. So I went to Randy Couture's room and talked to him. Like, hey, wasn't it? Because Randy Couture already fought Chuck Liddell, I think 3 times. He beat him once and lost twice against Chuck Liddell. It's like, yeah, like, man, what advice do you have against Chuck Liddell, man? I'm like, I'm really nervous. Like, man, come on, help me, man. Help me out. And Randy Couture just straight up to him, like, hey, man, in order for you to be in this sport and be successful, you have to make friends with the worst outcomes. Either win or lose. If you lose, the sun's still gonna rise. Your loved one's still gonna love you, and you'll keep on living your life and be successful where you want to be. This is not the end of the world. Become best friends with the world. You able to like overcome that. The winnings come easy because you're not so afraid of losing. It's like the kids that's afraid of sleeping by itself because of the monsters that's under the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Once you like get you over it, you will like sleep just fine.
Yeah.
Just like keep it simple.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Because some of us they use kids who worry about losing that. Guess what we do? Lose. Because we worry about it.
Right.
So much.
Yeah. Yeah. You worry so much about losing, you're not thinking about winning.
Yeah. I wanted like a story about athlete. I was looking this video before right here. It's about Dan Gable. He was a coach for Iowa. He was a successful like college wrestler. He was like he only lost once. He won at that time. They only have freshmen were not allowed to wrestle for the team. So they only had like 3 years eligibility. And so Dan Gable wrestled all 3 years. He 3 times finalist, 2-time national champion. The only loss that he had in his career was against somebody in his senior year in the finals. But he was like good wrestler, good coach for Iowa, and so he coached the national team. But he had a story on one of his wrestler right here. Going on to the Big Ten school that it's kind of like conference championship and qualifying to nationals. So he talk about is one of his wrestler. Let me know you can hear it.
There was a note on my locker said, Coach Barry here. I'm not going to wrestle in the Big Tens. He said, don't look for me. You won't find me. So I sent the team on right to the airport. They flew to Ann Arbor and they were ahead of time. And I went to work. And so when I was in this payphone book, I just happened to look to my left and there's somebody checking out. It was Barry Davis. Immediately walked up to him and he turned, he saw me, he dropped that bag and all these donuts rolled out on the floor. He goes, Coach, I haven't eaten anything yet. He goes, yes, I want to wrestle. I'm overweight and I needed some support. He said last night, and I tried to do this by myself. Listen, we got a flight, we got 2-hour layover in Chicago. We'll go work out. And so what I did was I made him go in front of me. We ran the stairs, got on the scale, was about a half under, wrestled in the Big Tens, won the Big Tens. 2 weeks later, we go to the national tournament. And so me and my wife had a room, but we had a room with 2 double beds. So we're in bed that night. There's a knock on the door, and I open the door, and it's Barry Davis. He says, Coach, can I sleep with you guys? He stayed in that bed, and he got up the next day. He weighed in. He won the first day twice. The second day, he won twice. Third day, he was in the finals. He was a national champ.
Crazy that story. He was about to give up before he even went into the tournament.
And he went and won it, but so wow. Yeah, I can only imagine how those weight cuts are.
Yeah. Especially for that one, nationals 3 days. Wait. But he was afraid, just was able to like make weight in the like, come on, like he said when he was saying that I tried to do it by myself, but I couldn't. It was because he was trying to stay up late, trying to like get the weight off, but he wasn't able to. And the coach like, okay. When he said like let him go in front of me, the coach was running with him the stairs.
Yeah.
To make the weight. And then but they were like to give support, like sometimes you have to ask for help or support with certain things that you would like to overcome certain challenges that the coach was nice enough like giving support to. And then believe in him. I mean, he made it all the way to Big Tens and nationals. That's the season starts in October. That's in March. Like you're able to make it that far. You almost read the season's almost over. Just finish it on a good note. Sometimes we just do that a lot. Like we just give up sometimes.
Yeah, when you feel like you don't got it by yourself. But it's amazing how much just some support from somebody else can really make a difference.
Yeah. Just give you the little push that you need. Way tired.
Yeah. Especially coaches running with you. That's impressive.
Yeah. Just catching up with you, man. Be able to make it. Just I think Josh Koscheck, he had a guy that he was trying to make weight, and he would jump in the sauna with him, trying to make weight. He drug him in there. Come on. And close the door. Come on, let's go. Try to make the weight. It's a gauntlet. You have to do it together sometimes. It's also to have people support you. Now, go back to like New Year's new goals. Early on this week, I was watching this video of this woman that she had a son that he has some kidney issues, basically kidney failure. He needed a transplant. And that video like made me change, like made me like think about it. Because this woman, they told her that she was a viable organ donor, but she was not healthy enough to be a donor because she was overweight. And she had like a time deadline for her, no pun intended, for her to have like be able to donate to her son her kidney. And she started working out. Her whole life she has been overweight, healthy. And she started working out to lose the weight so she was able to donate. And then the time came and she made the weight and she was able to be healthy and provide for her some organ. It made me think about it. If we are able, why do we have to wait so much to be given a certain stream to like be able to get healthy? When we don't have a deadline in life. We don't never know when the time comes. So being healthy, being able to just be able to be healthy, enjoy life, and be able to provide for loved ones while being healthy. Why can't we do that?
I think because it's just not real enough. It doesn't, I don't feel like it doesn't really register as well until somebody gives you a deadline.
It doesn't seem like it's a priority.
I guess that's it.
Because we worry so much about being able to provide for our loved ones and be able to support for others and just like we want to enjoy life. And part of enjoying life is enjoying good food too. Like nobody goes eat salad and have fun. Let's go have fun drinking a bowl of acai. No, only jiu-jitsu guys do that.
Yeah, true.
Usually, we like to also like drink. Not a thing. Have fun drinking. It's not good for you, but hey, man, that's like it's been since the beginning of times. How people used to gather and drink together.
Right.
That's part of socially acceptable. But also like drinking and eating. But as far as eating bad, it's not so just frowned upon. Also, it's bad to be for you at the same time.
Right. Yeah, I know. It's
mean,
strange.
We celebrate candy for Halloween. Door to door asking for candy from strangers. And think about it. But if you would like to prioritize good time with your loved ones and also being healthy, that'd be good because you want to enjoy picking up your kids as much as you can because we'll stay strong.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many benefits being healthy, really, for our lives and, kids' lives. And
yeah, so like be better like quality of living for your kids because you're able to like go outside, play with them. That's memories you're able to make with them.
Right, exactly.
Like for example, walking to the zoo. I had a lot of walking involved, but also be able to have fun, like seeing animals or going to a different place. Enjoying.
Go hiking, go see the mountains, stuff like that.
Yeah. Enjoy nature.
Yeah. It's interesting too that it's not even just, physically, but mentally you do better.
You free yourself. That's something that got me thinking. When I saw this video earlier in the week, like, man, why do we have to wait until we have given such a harsh deadline for us to prioritize? Have you ever heard that analogy of the gas mask in the airplane?
I don't think I have.
Or like whenever you're in an airplane, the mask drops. You're supposed to you put your mask on first, but you put it on somebody else.
Yeah.
Same thing in life. You should be able to do the same thing. You should be able to you cannot light another candle without having fire. So you cannot. You have to help yourself to be a little healthy to be able to help somebody else.
That's interesting. Yeah. I mean, it's a solid analogy.
That's something I was thinking about. But when I was thinking about goals, as far as like for strategies for training this year. But also, I'm an extremist when it comes to things like that. Like, okay, I have to like freaking fucking do this shit myself.
Yeah.
But that's something that I was in the back of my mind thinking about. Just like we have to like do better, or like especially myself, I have to do better, like health wise and things like that, because you never know something like that happen.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Another topic I want to talk about is street. That's something that being like I'd be a topic discussion as far as jiu-jitsu sport in versus street conflict, like debunking myth about sport jiu-jitsu in real fight. Like people say that it doesn't apply in real fight, boat scooters and such.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
So as far as jiu-jitsu in a street fight, I mean, obviously there's value in it. There's no way it doesn't have value. If nothing else, then it's the value of being able to stand back up if you get knocked down. If nothing else. But it's really, I feel like it's hard typically to have a great conversation with somebody who's making this argument, because I feel like a lot of the time they just don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
The people who I feel like a lot of the people that say they practice jiu-jitsu, but they don't practice sport jiu-jitsu, they only practice the street jiu-jitsu. I feel like a lot of the time, I don't know, how do I put it? I feel like they just don't know much about what they're training for. I mean, some people do, don't get me wrong. Some people definitely do, but I don't know. It's a weird conversation, but it definitely has a place.
Yeah. Think about, I wonder what it comes from, the difference between sport jiu-jitsu and street. Because how many videos have you seen people getting strangled or getting pulled down by somebody and waiting for the cops to get there, and the person just Matt Sarah, I can never remember his name. He's from they call him the Wizard. He's 145-pounder fighter for the UFC. Your boy fought him before. He did support him. Knock him out. Leg lock guy.
Oh, Ryan Hall?
Yes.
Yeah.
He got somebody, some drunk that they were at a restaurant. He's pull him down. He's 145-pounder. Just hold somebody down. I will.
Yeah.
A woman that in Brazil, she's a MMA fighter. This guy stole her cell phone and she just beat the shit out of him. Beat the shit out of him.
Dang.
He was crying so much that he was calling for the cops. Please arrest me.
That's funny.
Started to stole the cell phone from somebody else that you didn't know. But how many of those do you see?
Right.
That does apply in street? I've seen another one, a guy that was trying to kidnap somebody's kid. That guy just grabbed the guy, holding down till the cops show up.
Mm-hmm.
There was a case recently about a guy that he had a chokehold on somebody, and the guy died because of the chokehold holding the train.
That was the Marine on the train. Yeah, I saw that.
How's that apply for street fight?
Right.
But I wonder if they're talking about sport jiu-jitsu itself rather than self-defense jiu-jitsu. That's what I wonder. Because sport jiu-jitsu is a lot of, for example, I was talking about, point-oriented. So you kind of like the karate. Because kind of I want to say the example of karate. Because back in the day, karate was, for example, I think it was Kyokushin karate. Was a lot of knockdowns and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then they went away from that to points.
Mm-hmm.
In which they're afraid, some people maybe they're afraid of that sport jiu-jitsu might go to that extreme. Not so much of going for submissions, but rather that positions and submission attempts rather than going for the killer instinct of the sport.
So I think as far as sport jiu-jitsu is concerned, I feel like most of the top competitions right now, I feel like they're aware of that. I feel like they try to discourage the point game. IBJJF being the exception. IBJJF has become kind of a joke. Just blows my mind. All the videos out there of people forcing the false reap.
Yeah.
To get the guy disqualified. That is wild. That should never happen. That should disqualify the guy who does it.
Your wife should laugh at you every night.
Yes. Yeah. If it goes down that path, yes, absolutely. Jiu-jitsu will be worthless here in a minute.
You never be allowed to raise your kids. Jesus, shit like that. What the fuck are you doing, man? Fucking asshole. Just forcing bad positions, to get people disqualified.
Yeah.
Are you in the game of disqualification or the game of winning?
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
That's the sport of cancel culture.
Yes.
I know that was a sport, cancel culture. Oh man, do you get canceled at IBJF? Yeah, man, somebody canceled me for the false reaping. But damn it, but that's so gross.
It is.
How do you sleep at night winning for the qualification like that?
I truly don't know. I don't know how you feel any satisfaction after that. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the stuff that always seems to come up from people who don't grapple or don't like grappling is A, you never want to go on the ground in a street fight, which might be true. I mean, preferably, yeah, I would rather not be on the ground. So most of the time, I'm going to walk away from the fight anyway. But
Yeah.
that being said, the benefit of jiu-jitsu is it's not like other martial arts where you're forced to hurt somebody. You could
Mhm.
if you need to, but you can also just hold them down and subdue them till the cops get there or whatever needs to happen.
Just like Sarah, whenever he was that drunk, the
Mhm.
restaurant,
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
holding it down. And he was coaching him as he was holding him down at the same time. Like, dude, you don't want to do that. You don't put your hand there. Let's go start again. Let's go start the round. He said, we're restarting from me on mound, okay?
Yes.
But
Mm.
like also like you were talking about don't go to the ground. So the takedowns are important for in a street fight. You have a
Mhm.
good takedown, you just probably keep taking them down, taking them down, taking them down.
Mhm.
It's like fuck. I don't want to go against the guy. It's not like they're gonna pull guard and go to the ground because they don't know that.
Yeah. You've also seen the street fight videos that don't go well where the guy doesn't know any takedowns and he just looks like a fool out there.
Oh
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Oh yeah. You're surprised how many people are so. I wonder if people watching so many videos of lucky punches, they get confident watching
Mhm.
those videos. Like, oh, I can do that. And
Yeah.
you just like get into a fight with people on the street they don't know
It's really crazy.
and who they're with either.
Yeah.
Because you know who's with the guy that you're going against.
Right. Yep.
Like, so, like you said, striking awareness. If you see people that stand in certain position, you know they're trying to hit you.
Right.
Yeah, like you'll be able to tell, and you will like see it from you practice sport. Would see those positional control, like you say. If you in a street fight, would you rather be bottom or you want to be on top?
Top for sure.
For sure. You can just control the match,
Mm-hmm.
especially somebody that don't know anything.
Yeah.
If anything, I
But
just get back. I just get back when they're on turtle. I just ran the whole time.
yes. Yeah.
Ah, shit. Get off my back. Get fuck off. Just holding the color on the back of the
Yeah, for real. Fucking Bronco.
yeah. All right, get out of here. Go get him, boy. Thought we were fighting.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess that also kind of brings up the I mean, I guess it's a blessing and a curse. Jiu-jitsu, you get used to the worst possible position, which is on the ground on your back. It's horrible. But if you're decent, you should be able to reverse that position from there. You know, you should be
Right.
comfortable enough to do that.
Yeah, your sleeves are there.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the sweeps work in street fights. There's no doubt there. Obviously, you got to manage the punching distance. That's a new thing that a lot of people don't practice or know about.
Mhm.
But I mean, yeah, somebody who trains jiu-jitsu versus somebody who does not train jiu-jitsu on their back, even if they haven't practiced like punch management or punch distance management, it's going to be worlds different between them.
Yeah. After
Um,
somebody that, like you said, you put somebody that doesn't know you just put them on their back. What are they gonna do?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They're going to turn around, try to do a push-up to get up.
They take their back and ride
Yeah.
them.
Yep.
That's a very position. Whoa, that's so, brother. No. Oh. But yeah, they like get like that.
Yeah. And I guess the downside is that some people are too comfortable on their back and don't try hard enough to get off of it.
Yeah.
Which that is definitely a product of jiu-jitsu and sport jiu-jitsu.
Right home against Yulito Boya. The thing got caught. He was too comfortable on his back.
Yeah.
He got rocked and he just rocking to sleep.
Yeah. But
don't be one trick pony too. Because
Right.
that's the thing about jiu-jitsu, you get to practice different positions, different moves, things like that. You able to like not get used to just that. You able to like be comfortable on any position.
Yeah.
Do you have any personal experience or stories on real life self-defense situations?
to be honest, really don't. I mean, the closest I've come is like people challenging me to wrestling matches, like outside of class. I mean, most of the time I don't even do those. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have like a marine recruiter trying to wrestle me in the gym, like in fitness gym. Come on, let's go wrestle. You're like, dude, this is great. Be mindful. He just got his meniscus repair. Like, dude,
Oh,
Fuck are we doing here?
dang.
I know VA is sponsoring that shit, but you have to get that shit repaired again. If you go to wrestle
Yeah.
here, like, come on. He was like, yeah, like I know some people they're not comfortable. If they're able to like roll on the mat, they should be able to do it here. Like, dude, it's not that. Trust me, I will hit you with the will of the world. I don't care. I just don't wanna. I don't want because chances are I land wrong, I break a finger, be out for a while too.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't. Something's always freaky about other than being in a controlled environment like a mat.
Right.
Some shit will happen.
Mhm.
Break a finger, have blow a knee, or like land wrong, elbow like swollen for a couple of days.
Mhm.
It's not worth it. Or chip the bone, like a tip of your
Oh, I
elbow,
know. Yeah. Oh.
like just for hitting the concrete, like
Mhm.
it's not worth it. And then guess what? You will get kicked out from the other gym too because you're supposed to fight him.
Right. Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? But we just like, I just like did a hand fighting with him and just got a single leg and elevated his leg. He's like, okay, that's it. I didn't take him down and then
Yeah. Yeah. Just prove that you could.
yeah, like okay, that's it, man. Like, let me finish my set now. I'm not go wrong, okay?
Yeah.
But like other than that, another experience I had was there was a guy that was going against a smaller guy. Was a friend of mine. Both of them were friends, but the bigger guy was a drunk that like pick on the little one. And then I was separating, and what the big one hit me. I was like, "All right, bitch, I'm gonna fuck you up now." So he did a straight. I just duck it, and you did a combo, boom, and he dropped to go for a double, and he right in the face, boom. And then from there, just started. He got a single. I just started fucking hammer fisting, boom, boom, put to drop him. I was like, okay, that's enough. Like, okay, so he's went all day. Like, hey, bitch, I'm gonna fuck you up. Keep hitting me. Hit the wrong one. Another time was soccer. I got to fight in soccer game.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's funny because it was one of those games that my brother came, and my brother he's hot headed. I will tell him, hey man, don't do anything stupid. I've been playing for this team for almost a year or two at a time. Let me like I was the team captain of the team. Just like man, don't be no stupid. Don't get into a fight with nobody. Yeah, I was a defender, so I was defending this guy. And I was guarding him. He was getting pissed off because he was able to get any. The ball wasn't getting to him. If he would get the ball, he would lose it because I'll take it from him.
Yeah.
And when we were running, the ball was going away, and he started elbowing me on the head. Boom! Like what the fuck? And then I went like another time. We were going again. And he elbowed me again. It's like this, him bitch.
Yes.
So
Not a
like,
mistake.
It's not a mistake. And the referee was there seeing it. Okay. So another time, it was a corner, and the ball went, and then I saw him out of shadow. He jumped up, trying to elbow me again. I ducked down, and he fell on the ground. I was like, "All right, bitch, fuck you." That is raining down punch, boom, boom, and then he got on all fours. And I just started hitting, like keep his head down, and I got from behind. And I started hitting from between, from right here because he's looking down, right here, boom, boom. I started like fucking him up. And then after that, I got a red card. I got kicked out of the game. But also, he had a gash right here on his forehead. So I had to leave the game. So both of us got kicked out of the game. It's like, oh, fuck it. We're down, man. Anyway, so
Yeah.
if I'm
It's your
going out,
decision.
oh, yeah. Hey, I'm going, you're going to be a man down. They're going to be a man down, too. I was like, ref, do you see the whole time he was elbowing me? Can I see anything? And then I told him about, I think about it was, I think the referee was pissed off because both of our teams had red. So the referee let us borrow some white jerseys that he had for us to play and got blood and ripped his fucking jersey. I was like, fuck. My bad, ref. I owe you a jersey. And then I took my stuff off. I was like, let's go because the cops are on the way here. So tomorrow, let's go get in the car to get out here. And we just left.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, man. But and the thing about it was that the teammates knew that he's hot-head, that whenever that he got into a fight with me, none of them jump in to separate.
Dang.
I said, fuck that guy. He's an asshole anyway.
He decided that for himself.
Yeah, fuck him. We didn't go start a fight with the whole team because of that asshole.
Yeah. That's funny.
I was like, oh, man. Boy, yeah, man. Like, that's the only time I can remember, like, just like, dude, I ain't gonna let you just fucking hit me the whole time. Like, dude, you hit me like twice. Like, you see again, you trying like hit me in the back of the head. Like, jump. He thought he was jumping like Achilles from Troy. No, bitch. Fuck you. I just dug down. And then after that, the separators, and he kicked my leg. I just caught his leg, and then he just single boom, slam into the ground again. Fuck you, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm out of here. I already kicked your ass, or your head is busted. What the fuck
Yeah, for
else you
real.
want, man?
You're not gonna get your revenge at this point.
No, fuck you. Go clean yourself up. Here's a rack. Clean yourself up. Done with you. But yeah, like that's one thing. I don't like starting fight, but like when like somebody like does such like I'm fucking you up, man. I'm finishing it.
Yeah.
Because like you just let people just treat you like that.
Well, that's the thing. If you let that fly, they're gonna keep doing it. They have no reason not to.
Yeah. So the I was trying to teach my daughter. My daughter, I don't know if I told you about like whenever she was in Jiu-Jitsu, this is the kid that came from he got kicked out of a local, I say like Taekwondo school. They started doing Jiu-Jitsu because he got kicked out from there. Then after class, they had like a pair of gloves, and they one had one glove and the other one in the other one. So that kid, he had a right glove. My daughter had a left glove. And then they're okay, let's go. You go play around. So the kid punched Vandy in the stomach really hard. I said, oh. And Vandy just saw red, and she just grabbed the hand that had no glove, boom, right to the nose, and broke his nose. His nose is bleeding.
Oh, really? Dang.
So that's right. Like, Jamie, he hit you. Like, you're not supposed to be hitting hard like that. You just play around. Just like hit her like as hard as you could. Like,
Yeah.
oh, like, okay, that's fair enough. Also, trying to defend yourself. And then after that, the fitness, this like a weightlifting gym right here. They have a daycare there, so I usually bring her, my daughter, Vandy, and her sister, a little one. And when she was there, she said there was this kid that was hitting all the kids. He almost hit her sister. She just grabbed her like, okay. And then another time, when Vandy was there by herself, this kid hit her in the head with a flip flop. He was laughing. Like, okay, next time, I want you to punch you really hard in the nose and break it. Okay? Because you tell the teacher doesn't do anything, like the person's there not doing anything, just on your hands down.
Yeah.
And that's what I told her. As soon as you told her, it's okay, you don't get in trouble for me. So next time I went there, after that incident, I told her, hey, which is this kid's name? I said the kid's name. Hey, babe, is he here? No. Like, okay, if he's here, I already told my daughter, I'll talk to you about this incident. You didn't know anything about it. Next time he hits her, she's going to break his nose, and she has done it before. So just warning you, you're going to be cleaning blood later on. So it's on you.
Yeah.
I got to go lift. I was kidding. Like, no, I'm not kidding. She had done it before. She will break his nose. And I was like, oh, no. Luckily, the kid wasn't there that day, but I told her, like, man, if there's a kid like that and you tell your teacher they don't do anything about it, you have to check them.
Mm-hmm.
You have to check them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's at a young age. If you can get away with something, you will. Yeah.
You got to teach them, too. If you just don't learn that at home, when we were little, if you do something wrong, you got your ass whooped at home. Because in life, that might happen. You step on somebody's boundaries, they'll kick your ass because of it. Yep. It's an important lesson to learn life.
It is. Yep. I think that's, for sure. I think that's one thing that Jiu-Jitsu helped me with specifically is like making me more confident in that area, realizing that the worst a lot of people can do to me is, talk shit. But, I can hold my own against a lot of people. I'm not going to say everybody, obviously, but, a lot of the average people, especially, like, okay, worst you can do is that. If you try anything else, I can stop that.
Yeah. I think Forrest Griffith talked about during the book about that. This book, I think, Get Fight. He talked about why is fighting, like the sport itself, so archaic and barbaric. It seems like demons are barbaric, but everybody defaults to it whenever they try to settle the final score for something. Mm-hmm. You playing soccer, you playing basketball, you playing hockey. You don't agree with certain call. What do? Resort to fighting somebody. As you settle the final score. If you are comfortable in the fighting aspect of any scenario, you feel comfortable being yourself and not being so arrogant at the same time, because you know what the outcome can be if you get it wrong.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, it's funny. I really have not had any real fights where somebody tried to do something to me physically.
Yeah, most of the time I usually just ignore people.
Right, exactly.
It wasn't
They got pretty thick skin.
Yeah.
I don't
Hey,
really care what most people say.
I have pretty thick accent when I don't want to argue with somebody. That's like, I don't speak English. And they believe me. Oh, fuck. I'm supposed to argue with somebody that can't understand me. And fuck you. Yes. Yes.
Sure.
Yes. I don't understand. Yes. Remind me of, have you seen Borat whenever he was learning how to, went to driving school?
I don't remember that
somebody,
part.
somebody cut him off. He was like, fuck my mother. I will eat your shit. That's reminded me of like it's always somebody. Oh, let's fuck my mother. I will eat your shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the other person's like, what?
How is that insulting to me? Well, yeah, man. Like some interactions is weird. Some people like just want to argue about everything too.
Mhm.
Just let them argue. Like in order for it to get into argument, it has to be two sides. If you agree with them, what? Like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, you're right. Like, okay, go ahead.
Okay.
So like it's not like it's like for example like scores in practice. Nobody keeps scores to how many submissions you get, how many times you get submitted in practice.
Mm.
Kind of like that, unless like it's like real life situation in which are like somebody like escalate or there's a fight, somebody going towards your family, like, because you can step out of there like out of the situation. You see like something like it's getting too crazy, you can step out of the situation, but like it's like they keep following you stuff like then you have to escalate it from
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
But most of the time, avoidable.
Right. Almost all the time, really.
I wonder, like, also a lot of those interactions are minimal as far as times. For example, driving, somebody cut you off or do something like crazy, almost like are you in a wreck, things like that. It's minimal because after that, where's the chances you run into that person ever again?
Yeah.
So like, okay, so go to the next mile and just go on by your day.
Mhm.
Instead of getting so wrought up, one like getting to argue with somebody, they go to the next life, flip them off and stuff like that. Like, dude, the chances you'll be able to see this person ever again, unless you're your neighbor, then yeah, you have a problem. But
Right. Yeah.
if it's like driving around, like in the highway or something like that, if you think about mathematically probabilities, chances of running to that person ever again,
Right.
minimal.
Yeah.
So why
And
waste?
if you do see him, you won't remember him.
Yeah. So why waste?
Yeah.
Time, effort, and all that stuff on that.
Yeah. No. It's true.
And sometimes, most of the time, people are having a bad day when that happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're having a bad day.
Yeah. It always does make me laugh though when somebody does something like driving like an asshole, and then they like pull in front of me and they're like missing a bumper or something. It's like, yeah, I wonder what that is.
And for sure, don't want to be driving too close to him because he'll fuck your car up too.
Mhm.
Let me get the fuck away from this guy.
Noted. Yeah, this guy has no fear of.
Yeah. Like, dude, if he's driving his car like that, my way he'll do to yours.
Mhm.
Just like, let me get away from this guy. It's like the analogy of somebody having a face tattoo. If they're willing to do that to their own face, what they will do to yours. Like, yeah, let me get away from this guy.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight him. He'll probably bite you just for the fuck away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this guy definitely eats nails. This is that type of guy. Yeah, man, rough one.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, street jiu-jitsu. Now, what's the difference between sport jiu-jitsu, you say, and self-defense jiu-jitsu?
I think the major differences would come from like guard play. You know, I feel like that's really the only differences that I can tell.
Yeah.
Because really, especially if you have a top game and you're doing jiu-jitsu, like that's the same stuff you want to do in the street fight. You know what I mean? Stay on top. Just the points to move to different positions. Those positions are better positions. That's why they are more points. That's why mount is more points. That's why, you know, you get points to getting to half guard. You get some points for going to knee on belly because they're good positions. I think really just the downfalls are if you're too comfortable on your back and you don't know to get up.
Just retaining guard.
Yeah, just retaining guard. Although even that can be helpful, I think, because it's better than somebody just getting past and, you know, side mounting you and ground and pound. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
At least you can gauge distance for a little bit and then hopefully
you
do
control the
something
hips too at the same time because most of the power comes from the hips too.
Yep.
And you also control posture. It's hard for somebody to throw punches when you
Yes.
Has buried in your chest. Another thing you were talking about, you would think that sport jiu-jitsu helped the game evolve because there's so many guards that are different now that we know about. If it would be possible to know about them without sport jiu-jitsu.
That's
As
true.
far as like all different Japanese name, Kenabasami, as far as like K-guard at the same time. Those are different guards that you implement into jiu-jitsu itself. Rubber guard, another example that without the sport jiu-jitsu, we wouldn't know about it other than just the regular close guard, half guard.
Yeah.
That we know of. The sport itself, well, if it's like predominantly just focused on points, it's not really like evolved as far as the jiu-jitsu element of it. And well, also there's another sport jiu-jitsu, which is combat jiu-jitsu. It's a little bit more realistic as well too.
Yeah.
You see the video I sent you where the guy was in guard, and the guy's like self-defense, like because the they were just trolling on the crowd, and then Eddie Brown was like self-defense. That's his supposed to.
I don't remember that one.
Self-defense. Like Brazilian and Portuguese accent. I was like, oh yeah, because the guy was American that was trolling. He was like self-defense. Like, that's why he say self-defense.
That's funny.
It was funny because he got his black belt on the Brazilian John Jog Machado. He got his black belt on the John Jog Machado. Eddie Bravo.
Yeah.
Eddie Bravo. That's what they call it. Do you hear the story of why John Jog Machado encouraged him in no-gi?
I feel like I have, but I don't remember it.
According to Joe Hogan, he said the reason that John Jog Machado encouraged Eddie Bravo to do no-gi jiu-jitsu because I think he was analyst for the UFC at the time and how he implemented to MMA because he didn't understand why a lot of MMA fighters are practicing the gi to get better in jiu-jitsu in MMA, and also how, as far as like the rubber guard system, that to get better at for no-gi jiu-jitsu for posture control. And also because of John Jog Machado, he's born with fingers on his hands. So a lot of his game don't come from rappel or gripping sleeve. It's from underhooks. He had to adapt different type of game.
Yeah.
So according to him, that's the reason why he encouraged him to do no-gi jiu-jitsu and the 10th planet system, which is different than others.
That's interesting. I don't think I had heard that. I guess that's a question for you. Is gi versus no gi in a street fight? So what do you think the advantages, disadvantages are there?
It depends the time of the season. If it's summer or if it's winter.
Good.
But also, the thing about, I prefer no gi because the gi that we buy has to be strong enough for us to pull. How many times you pull a hoodie and you hear stitching? Just rip every time. Fuck. You try to get somebody and they just rip their shirt.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this baseball choke no working? I had like 2 pieces of thread on my hands. Like, shit, I ripped his shirt off. That's what happened. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Because I think one where Henry Gracie during one of his instructional videos, for you to get a good baseball choke, you have to pull the shirt up and get it
from the bottom.
Yeah. How many times somebody will let you take the shirt off before you try to get it? And I'll be like, dude, he just take his shirt off. It turns to a gi no match.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Because in gi, you have to keep your gi on. And how many times I've been going against somebody and my gi is almost falling off. My sleeve just falls off. I was like, oh, I can just take it off. And it turns to no gi match.
Yeah, I can see that.
I would say 80% no gi. And then some of it will be gi, especially for guard passes. Oh, yeah, definitely pulling your pants. Pass your guard.
Yeah. Yeah.
No
doubt.
No questions about it. Coriander your ass. Like a windshield wiper, just doom, doom, doom.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. Passing your guard in the street fight.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it helps if their feet off the mat. There's no bridges, there's no standing, there's nothing.
Yeah, that's true. If you really want, if you want to keep somebody down, if you elevate their legs, they're beat down. There's no standing up from there.
Oh yeah. What do you think? You or no gi for a street fight?
I'm pretty much in the same boat as you. I will say, like, being from the north, like the wintertime jackets we wear up there, like the Carhartts and stuff like that, those aren't going to rip. Those things would make especially if they're slightly unzipped, you could saw somebody with those zippers. Like,
Oh yeah, that's what hockey players, they do a lot of lapel grips to their fights. That's the reason, because they're thick.
Probably, yeah.
How many lapel grips do you see in hockey fights?
Like all of them. Guide their face to your fist.
Another thing, as far as street fight, I don't see a lot of headbutts, which are legal.
Yeah.
If you can headbutt somebody, I'm sorry if you can, onto the nose, that's over. Game over. For the other guy.
Yeah. They won't be doing much after that.
No, because they're like, oh shit. And they also, if they try to hit your face, your face in their face, no way you'll be able to punch your face.
It's about, yeah.
It was out of the control. And from there, you got underhooks from there. Underhooks. Because they're holding their face. Well, you can see. But that's a valid, like a star fight, just headbutt to the nose.
Yeah. I do love thankfully I don't hear it too much now, or I haven't recently, is the people that say, like, yeah, jiu-jitsu wouldn't work on me in a street fight. I just eye gouge and, like, headbutt and stuff. And, like, as if I can't do that back, but with training. Like, what?
Yeah, you try and headbutt me, I will Ezekiel choke your ass. You just got your head that much, that your neck that close, much closer to me, which is what I want anyways.
Yeah. You reach your arms out to eye gouge me, I will break them. Like,
oh yeah. I'll break both arms. Yeah. That's just so hard to eye gouge somebody. Because you have to hold their hand.
Right.
I see my mom do that to somebody. It's hard to do it. Trust me, I know.
It's doable, but it's hard.
It's hard. It's hard. My mom did it for a mount. So that's how she did it.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably the best position for that.
Yeah. Hard for it to, like, hips control everything. She got her feet under her hips. So it's game over for her.
Man, okay.
Yeah. I was like, fuck. That's stop it, man. That's stop it.
Wild.
But it's hard, like, to get eye gouge. How big are somebody's hands to do eye gouge? Because you have to hold the whole skull, like, to hold the bag up.
That's true. That's true. Yeah,
it's hard to do them. Like, you do that, dude, I'm gonna kill you after that. I can roll with my eyes closed.
Yeah. Well, that is the funny thing. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize that, but you don't need to be able to see to roll.
Yeah. How many people are, like, blind that roll?
Yep. As long as they have contact, they know exactly where you are.
Yeah, the guy that was talking about, Brandon Reed, he wears glasses while he roll. So he wears those goggles.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he wears headgear because he keeps it in place. Doesn't come off.
That's funny. Yeah.
Who did he go against? I think he went against Rocha, ADCC.
Really?
No, who's the guy that went against Gordon?
The guy that went against Gordon?
Low teammate.
What?
Low, the guy that passed away. His
Leander
teammate.
Lowe? Oh, yeah, okay.
What's his teammate name?
Felipe Pena?
Yes, he went against Pena.
Yeah.
He lost against Pena ADCC.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's a purple belt.
Yeah. Yeah. Pena's no joke.
Yeah. And he trains out of TriStar, the guy talking about Brandon Reed.
Yep.
He's been doing this in 2020.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He went against Pena.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that really speaks to two things. A, that's got to be some really, really good coaching over there, which we know it is.
Well, he started recently there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I can't remember what he used to train at before.
The second thing I feel like that says, it's like, I feel like jiu-jitsu is evolving very quickly, you know, as you were talking about earlier, the competition driving it to evolve. So I feel like, I don't know if the priorities on moves are getting better or what it is, but I feel like you see that a lot more now, is that you see guys that pick it up, they get really good really fast, and they start competing against, like, very high level people.
Yeah, because you get more exposure too. Like those like quality rounds that you to get him, like, so much faster. Like, compared, like, back in the day, like, you're talking, having a purple belt was like a unicorn.
Yeah.
In your area. But nowadays you would like to go, like, see all these people that are different, like, games and they're high level as well. You have to, like, you just go to like to a local seminar or something. Like, you go to roll with them, you pick their brains at the same time. You don't have to like physically be there. You're also like asking questions online and things like that. But here you go. I think he's Daisy Fresh. That's what he's with before he went to TriStar.
Okay. Also, very good gym.
But yeah, did they take over? I think they did pretty well at Worlds.
Was that?
Daisy Fresh, as far as the competitors, because he won. There are a couple of other ones. They were in there as far as like submission wins at Worlds last month. He was Daisy Fresh had, oh man, let me show you this picture of him. See how menacing he looks. What he wears to roll. Now tell me, this guy smacks your girl's ass. What do you do?
Run, hide.
Hey sir, where's the pool? Which way is the pool? Oh man. Yeah. Man, like what do you do, man? Like that's how he rolls wearing that. And that is that a Torico Plata or is that a
Yes.
Aranto
I believe
Plata?
that's from Coplata.
Yeah. Then let me look at the position he's in. And he's a heavyweight.
Dang.
But yeah, he's a stud. He started wrestling, I think, in high school. And then he went to college. He did 3-time national champion. There's no pungy them.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too, is you guys that have put that kind of time into wrestling, I mean, I feel like at that point you've learned the hardest part of grappling. You know what I mean? The positioning, the balance,
Weight distribution.
weight distribution. Yeah. And I think you learn how to learn grappling as well. Like going to jiu-jitsu, it's just like, okay, yep.
So that grind that you learn. The grind. They talk about the grit that you talk about. You learn that while getting reps in. It's like crazy. Like, not a lot of like, it feels like mall jiu-jitsu. Like, jiu-jitsu, you learn them all like karate mall. It feels like compared to like the way you learn those reps in wrestling. Yeah, according to him, his picture right here says 2024 ADCC event because he was at ADCC. He lost against Peña. I mean, there's no pong. He make it qualify for ADCC.
Yeah.
2024 Nogi Worlds and Nogi Pants champion at purple belt. Pedigo submission fighting in level black athlete. A 3 times NAIA wrestling champion.
Wow.
Yeah, like that right there. Crazy.
That is.
Shout out to Brandon Reen 3X Instagram. No, do you have anything else for today?
I mean, I think we covered it pretty well. I think we hammered down on the self-defense
Yes, sir.
thoughts.
Yeah,
We
hammer
didn't
pretty
cover
good.
the multiple attacker one, which I hate because there's no martial art that is good for that.
No, not even John Wick.
Yeah.
John Wick attack. That doesn't exist on the movies. By the way, he is a Higa Machado. He trained the Higa Machado for the movies.
Yeah. I knew he trained. I didn't know with who. That's
It
cool.
was Higa Machado. And Tarek Tactical, that's also in there.
Yep.
They're talking about recently about the way that John Wick takes off the magazine off a pistol to load faster. And then they asked Tarek Tactical, where did he learn the way to teach that? No, this is going to give credit to Ken Reed because he came up with a way to take off the magazine. So he presses the button and release the clip by flicking the wrist. So he releases the magazine faster or reloading faster. And a lot of people are doing that nowadays.
Mm-hmm. My brother was taught that in the Marines, I remember.
Just to get in there, messing out.
It's that much faster.
Yeah. It's too low.
Yeah.
Oh,
the training he's got to do for those is awesome. That would be so much fun.
That one that I would be like scared to do is that driving part.
The driving part?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love that too. I really think I would. I don't know.
Yeah, I would like to, like the drifting part. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know how hard is drifting? I will be fucking up all the wheels.
Right.
On the curves.
Yeah.
That's what they use cones for training.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's
Don't have to completely rebuild the whole
I remember
wheel well.
my freshman year in college, I had a Mustang GT. I was coming out of the mall. I was just freaking hit pedal to the metal and just fish tail so hard. I was facing the opposite direction. Ah, wow. Let me turn back around. And
Typical Mustang.
oh yeah,
That's funny.
heavy as shit.
Yeah.
Real wheel drive.
Yeah. That's
So
funny.
I learned my lesson. 'Cause even like in the rain, you have to play it easy.
Yeah. I believe that. I do.
Yeah. So yeah. So you're gonna review what we're going over about New Year's new goals. Just keep it simple and just do periodically plan your game, what you want to work on. The mental game of combat, mental game. You want to get mentally tough. You have to do tough shit. Sport Jiu-Jitsu versus street fight. Jiu-Jitsu always wins. Checkmate, bitch. You don't have to get into bad positions, and you don't have to defend or attack from there. You're in a different world.
Mhm.
Simple as that. Do you want to close up?
Sure. Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed the cast. If you did, please give us a like and a follow on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and iTunes. Yeah, do that even if you didn't like us. Give us a follow, give us a like.
Yes.
Hopefully, we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.